Welcome to another episode in a series looking at the vehicles officially announced for the upcoming game Snowrunner and analysing their real world stats and how they may affect their performance and role in game. In this episode, we've got something a bit fresh. Today we're looking at an American truck, a licensed American truck for that matter, the International Harvester Scout 800, which I'll be calling the Scout 800 in this episode for my own sanity. Okay, let's begin. The Scout 800 was essentially just a revamped version of its predecessor, the International Harvester Scout 80. It had a more powerful engine and was generally more ergonomic for use, but external changes were minimal. Production of the Scout 800 started in 1965 to replace the Scout 80, and ended in 1968 when it itself was replaced by the International Harvester Scout 800A. Not the most logical naming scheme, but oh well, it must have made sense to somebody. The Scout 800 series was a massive success. During the decade it sold more than Jeep, which firmly placed it as probably the most iconic 4x4 of the 60s. The Scout 800 series came with 3 body options and had a choice of 3 engines over its life, but the Scout 800A got another 3 engines, so we'll also talk about those. The 3 body options was a half cab pickup, a full cab with hardtop, and a convertible version. None of these significantly changed the length of the vehicle, nor the wheelbase, so I'll just say it's clear that the Scout 800 in game is the hardtop variant and move on. So the original Scout 800 got 3 engines over its 5-year life. The first, and most basic engine, was a 93 horsepower, 2.5 litre inline-4 petrol engine. However, a turbocharged version that produced 111 horsepower was also offered. In late 1966, a 111 horsepower, 3.2 litre inline-4 petrol engine was released that, despite having the same power output as the turbocharged engine, was a lot more fuel efficient, although 20 miles per gallon is still terrible. International Harvester went wild with the engines they fitted in the Scout 800A. Its basic engine was the same 3.2 litre that the Scout 800 engine ended with, but it was also made with a 145 horsepower 3.8 litre inline-6 petrol engine made by AMC, a 155 horsepower 4.4 litre V8 petrol engine, and even a 193 horsepower 5 litre V8 petrol engine. These engines blow even the UAZ 452 from last episode out of the water. However, in real life, they were serious petrol guzzlers, and this may be represented in-game. A bit concerning when in-game they will only have a 72 litre tank, smaller than the Kahn Low 4Fs. Scout 800s did have toggleable all-wheel drive, and International's Powerlock limited slip differential was available as an upgrade. This perhaps implies that the stock Scout 800 will not have diffs at all. Like the Don 71, the Scout 800 is small. It comes in at exactly the same width of 1.7 metres and is the same length as the TUZ 166 at 3.9 metres. However, unlike the Lada Cossack, the Scout 800 is over 1.5 tonnes, with the largest engine, and had well over double the amount of power. This could give it good grips at the expense of hill climbing ability. All this and other small things, like the small ground clearance, adds up to a truck that will have to use power to get through mud and other off-road environments. I think all the evidence points to the Scout 800 being some type of short-range, light recovery vehicle. Presuming it is a petrol guzzler, it won't have the range you would want from a traditional Scout. However, its sheer power and minimal size will be good for pulling out other Scout vehicles from a pinch. The alternative is that it's just a traditional Scout, and a good one at that. We don't know for certain how fuel consumption will be balanced on release, so it's difficult to say. One thing for confidence I can say is it won't be any good for light cargo hauling. Towing anything in this will make the fuel consumption worse, and trying to go anywhere at all will likely require a tank up. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got some feedback on anything I've said, I'd love to hear it down in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.